All right. This video is to help you with your child with their writing paper. Writing is a really hard subject to teach virtually. Um, I think it's one of those things that it's a little bit more powerful in the actual classroom. Having the students in front of us, being able to see their papers, to see their thinking process, it really makes a difference when teaching writing. So I wanted to make this video so you guys can hopefully sit down with your student and just give them some tips and give them some feedback for their writing, help them create that writing. So we're working on and so for your child's opinion writing, they're either working on writing a paper on why they deserve an allowance. That's one of the subjects I'm allowing them to write about. Allowance, or why they should have more recess. Some of them are saying outside time, so either allowance or recess. Um, to start off, so if you see that your child's not either writing about an allowance or recess, that's going to be the first thing we want to fix for their writing. So when we start our papers, you're going to hear me say this a lot, we have to hook our reader. When we hook our reader, the best way to do that is to either ask a question, oh, gotta love technology, or even create like a small intro story, something with excitement. So I'm going to give you guys an example of how we are doing that. So if we were writing about wanting to get an allowance, your child might say something like, "Mom, can you buy me a toy?" So they could start their question with, "Mom, can you buy me a toy?" And they might write another line that says something like, "Why can't you use your own money?" And that's why the students could go into the allowance thing. They could also start their paper with, "Do you ever want to buy something and you don't have money?" So this is your hook. You're hooking your reader with a question to go with your topic. So our topic is wanting to get an allowance. So this is a great way to start your paper, and it kind of helps your audience see why you need money. You need money to buy something, maybe like a toy, or the students could come up with different things that they might want to buy. So in our hook, you can start it with a question or with a scene where you're talking to your parents. But in their opening, it should be about 2 or 3 sentences long. This one doesn't have to be too long. They always need to state their opinion. So if we're talking about wanting to get an allowance, they would say, "I think," or "My opinion is, I think kids need an allowance." All right, "I think kids need an allowance. I've stated my opinion. This is what my paper should be about." So when I'm looking at your child's paper, that first paragraph should hook me. They could either ask a question, they could create a small scenario, like a small story, very small, like 2 or 3 sentences long. But when I'm looking and grading their paper, on my rubric, I want to see that they have a hook and that they've stated their opinion. All right, and to wrap up this first part, this is just going to be one of probably 3 videos. This is their beginning of their paper. So here's what this would look like when we put it all together. When we take our hook and we put our opinion together, this would be our first paragraph. "Can you buy me a toy when we get to the store? I know you're tired of hearing me ask for money. This is why I need my own money. I need a way to earn money by getting an allowance." So this student, they started with a hook, with a question. They chose to do a question, and they've stated their opinion. They want to talk about why they should get an allowance and why they need money. They need money to buy their own stuff. So the rest of my paragraphs, and I'll put this in separate videos because this is a lot to do in just one video. We're going to look at our body paragraphs, and those are going to be our reasons why. They're going to have to give reasons, and then I'll do a final video on what a closing looks like. So I'm on my planning now. I had just enough time to make this video, and I will work on making some more videos for you guys this afternoon.